Hi there.
Hi, Chrissy.
I was like, I'm trying to close these windows. I couldn't quite figure out what was going on. Hello, darling. Hi, there you are. Okay, I'm just going to mute all of the.
Okay, I got to do a couple things too.
Okay, I just got to go get the props and stuff too. There we go. So, dear, if you'd like to, you can set up a blanket on the bottom. Feel free. I'm just going to adjust one thing here so that you can unmute yourself in the event that you need to ask a question. Give me 1 second here. I can't remember how I get to that. Okay, well, hi there, Michelle, you made it. Sorry, have you muted Michelle? Just because in case other participants are coming in, but it's just you and April at the moment. Can you hear me? Hold on, I can't figure out how to unmute you. I'm like stuck here for a second. Give me 1 second. I don't know if April, you know how to do it? I just did it a second ago. Okay, let me just unmute you manually. Can you hear me, April?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, can you hear me?
And I can too.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to keep you guys muted during the class just so that in case other people come in late. you don't get disturbed by the sound. If you, would you prefer, I have music to play. Can you hear that when I was playing it?
I could hear it a little bit. Yeah.
I could turn it up. I was going to just do singing bowls. Okay, let me know. I appreciate the feedback like later, you know, just let me know. Good to see you both. Yay. Sorry, Michelle, it took me so long to respond to you. It's been really crazy. So just happy you made it and you're here. Nice to see you. All right, you two, you can take, do you have, I grabbed 3 blankets, 4 blankets, and I put one on the bottom. And then I have 2 bolsters, and you don't have to have all that stuff. But if you want to grab extra blankets, anything, something to cover your eyes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that'll make it easier to kind of settle in. And then, Michelle, I loved your little apartment there. Your home, part of that, your home.
This is my living room.
Living room. I've never seen it before.
No, you haven't been here, I don't think.
No, I wanted to come for that one party and I didn't make it. It's really awesome.
What are the blankets for? You're not doing shoulder stands or anything like that.
No, no,
right?
it's all restorative.
Okay, well, good, because I don't do shoulder stands.
No,
But
I don't either.
I have a blanket to cover myself, and I have a blanket for under. And
They're just like, yeah, I put a blanket down on the bottom, and then like we used to do in the restorative, you know, we cover ourselves, or sometimes we might use it for your head. So if you want something, you know, your head goes back typically, I would say grab something to shove under your head.
I'll get a pillow.
Yeah, just something that allows you to be really comfortable and you don't have to worry about that. Happy Passover and happy Easter, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. My family is celebrating both because we have both. We do a little bit of both there. And so you can start by taking a comfortable seat. I'm going to set my seat up. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I can also come a little closer. As long as I'm still, oh, that's a little out of shot. Okay, right there.
Okay. Okay, you have
So let's just start seated. I'm going to come close so I can see you both. And let's do a short meditation. So I'll turn the music on back after. So, and I'm going to just mute you guys temporarily. But if you have a question, you can always feel free to chat, press the chat button, and that way you can ask a question if anything doesn't feel right. Okay. So just sitting comfortable in any kind of position that supports you the most, even back against the wall, or you can lie down if you really need to. But you can come to a closed eye position, and I'm going to lower the lights just a little. All right. So allowing your eyes to close and coming to your breath. And so this is definitely a time, I think, in which we can feel very inundated with what's going on and even downright overwhelmed. And so to take time out for ourselves for our practice is so crucial. But also just to have the opportunity to relax and to say, okay, you know, give ourselves the permission to really slow down, to be in the breath. So as you close your eyes and settle in, first, just recognizing how the breath is feeling, but also encouraging more awareness around your breath. Bringing a gentle awareness around how the superficial muscles of the body are supporting you and holding you. And maybe even just very kindly and gently giving permission to soften. And then we'll begin a breathing exercise where we're just encouraging the breath, deep belly breathing, but on a 5 count. So we breathe in at the pace of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll hold the breath just a little bit, like a pause. You can even count if you want to, another 5 if you can get that far. And then try to accentuate the out breath. So to 7 if you can, or 6 if you can. And the breath can even stop right around the heart center or at the top of the clavicle. So it's at your own pace. At the top of that in-breath, holding the breath. And then stretching the exhale out very slow. And this can be done in Ujjayi pranayama if you want, if that's easier. And doing this round of breathing 3 or 4 more times. And just continuing engaging with your breath and that pacing of breathing. And just noticing the effect that this kind of breath, this is stimulating to the vagus nerve, but also it's should have a direct effect on the nervous system feeling more calm. And I'm going to take one more deep inhalation. And then slowly exhaling the breath back out. And I want to, you guys can keep your eyes closed or gently open if you want. I'm going to unmute you. I'd like to do an Om together if you're interested. So if you'd like, you can bring your hands to your heart. And just connecting again into the deep breathing, into that grounding breath. And take a deep belly breath, and we'll do 3 Oms. Again, deep belly breath in. And one more breath. Okay, you can release your hands and allow your eyes to open. And then ladies, taking a nice deep breath in, you'll stretch the arms up overhead. Just a very gentle breath, and you're going to turn the palms face out. So I'm going to back up just a little bit so you can see me. You'll inhale the arms up, and as you bring them up, you're going to turn palms out and just go to where you can. And then pause, and then exhale slowly back down. And just at your own pace several times. Inhale, palms start facing up, and then halfway you're going to turn the palms out. You can go back the hands to one another, and if you can get them all the way together, you can. And then exhale, back down, turning the palms back face up. And doing this 2 more times, 3 more times at your own pace. Inhale up. Palms flip out. And then exhale it back down. Okay, let's do one more. Inhale back up. The palms can turn out again. Pause at the top, and then exhale slowly down. Okay, take a breath in, and you're going to cross right arm over across the chest, and then hold that right arm with the left hand. And you're going to take the hand right where the forearm is or the elbow, let the shoulders drop, but the torso is tall, and then pull the arm, forearm toward you. And the chest will stay centered, and then just the head will turn to the right. And take a few deep breaths into the back body, into the area right underneath that shoulder blade. Inhale it back to center, release the arms, and then you'll take left arm across you. Grab hold of the forearm, again, shoulders relaxed, and then you'll just give a little pressure until you feel a stretch, and then turn to look over the left shoulder. And you're just breathing in to encourage space at the upper back, the tissue to release. Inhale it back to center, release the arms. Take the right hand out to the right, and then inhale left arm up, and you're going to slide that right hand out to the right and start to crescent. And wherever it feels good, you can keep the arm straight or break in the elbow if you want, and just reach over. That might feel good to get that lateral stretch. So you can find, exactly, that looks so nice. And I'm going to turn a little music on. On the in breath, you can bring yourself back up, and then releasing the left hand down, and then inhaling right arm up. Okay, let me know if you can hear the music or not. It's just going to be singing bowls. If it sounds too drony, I can always try something else. Can you hear that?
A little bit.
Sort of. It might be too.
I can't really hear it.
Okay, let me try something else. Okay, you guys come back up to center, and then you're going to cross right ankle over the left thigh. So you'll go crisscross at the shin, and then just walk forward over the knees. And you can do any kind of crisscross at the ankles, at the shins. I'll turn the lights up so you can see me a little better. And you're just folding over your shins. So you're just walking on the exhalation forward. Mm-hmm. And then taking deep breaths, you can even close your eyes as you fold forward. And then walking your legs, walking your chest over the legs to the right. So you're going to walk and fold. And this can be very relaxed. You can even take a block and place a block under the forehead if you wanted to. And then begin to walk over to the left leg, walking over the left knee, and just shifting to the other side. How about now? Can you hear the music now? Okay, ladies, and then walk back to center. And then you can uncross the legs and go the other way. Cross now the other direction. And then walk forward again over the knees. And you could place a block over the forehead, anything that feels good, a blanket, or even let yourself round here so that the chin comes towards the chest. And then walking over to the left leg, walking over the left knee. And then walking over the right knee. Can you hear the music? Kind of. Okay. Okay, ladies, come back to center. And then rise up. Take one more full breath, stretching the arms overhead. Big breath in. You're going to exhale and turn to the right, bringing the left arm to the right knee. And then take a few deep breaths, turning to the right side. Too loud now? Hold on, hold on.
And out.
I can't hear you.
It sounds like it's cutting in and out.
It does, even my vocals?
No, your vocals are fine. The
The music though. Okay.
Your vocals are fine. We can get.
Okay. I'll just leave the music back there. I'll forget about that. I'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
It's better just for us to keep going. Okay, you can rise back up, stretch the arms overhead. It's a work in progress, these videos. Okay, exhale, come to the right. So left hand will come to the right knee or other side if you did the first side. I kind of got jumbled there. So either side you want to twist to. Perfect. So take a deep breath. Keeping the spine long and supported with each in-breath. On your next inhalation, come back to center, stretch the arms up overhead, big breath in. Exhale, twist the other way. Good, and then inhale it back to center, stretch the arms up one more time, look up past the fingertips. You can go wide with the hands if you want. And then exhale to release the arms. Okay, we're gonna set up for Supta Baddha Konasana. So you can take your bolster and a block or a blanket, and I'll do the setup and then you can copy me. So I'm gonna take one bolster and one block. And I'll prop up the bolster on the block, and you can do one or two if you prefer. And then I'm gonna take a blanket for my head because I usually like to have head support. And then I'm gonna opt for the legs to use two blankets. You can use pillows, blocks, but just to give you an idea, I like to do it this way where I take one rectangular blanket and I just roll it up. And this is gonna go under my knees. I do one for each leg. Like so. I'll show you. So I'll bring my lower back all the way up against the the bolster, excuse me. And then I try to keep my knees high. That works best for me. So I bring the feet back closer, but I prop the knees up higher because I have a knee issue on that left side. So you can do whatever kind of variation here, even one leg straight if you had to. And then I recommend closing the eyes and then covering the body depending on what the temperature in your house is. We want it to be about 70. And just try to get your stuff. Yeah, that's great. And so this is your time for you to rest, to connect back to your breathing. At any point you need to stretch the legs straight or adapt the pose for yourself, you can. At any point you might get distracted, you can always bring your attention back to your breathing and that counting breath. And you can begin to stretch your legs out and let the legs just relax in a straight position and just resting back. And just continue to sense yourself and how you feel, not rushing or forcing your awareness, but just taking your time. And then as you're ready, you can roll to one side, to your right or to your left. And then you'll gently press yourself up and you're going to scoot that side right to the bolster. And you can come to the twisted position where the legs come back behind you. So you can start with the legs out if you want, and you'll swing them back to the side, and either the legs can stack, knee to knee if you have any lower back issues, or you go back and then twist over the bolster and you'll lie back down. But there's no need to rush, just take your time. You can cover the eyes again if you need to. Maintaining this feeling of restfulness and groundedness, you can switch sides and just go at your pace to rotate to the other side. And just making sure that you're fully supported. Permission to rest very deeply without guilt. And then slowly you can begin to rise back up. And then you'll set up for back bend. So you can take your bolster and one block or a folded blanket and one block. And I usually just place the block about an inch or so beyond my bolster. And then I'm going to sit all the way up against the bolster and then lie. We won't stay here that long, but you lie back over. It's quite a big back bend, so if you need to lift the head up, like I think I need a little more support, I'm going to do one blanket, fold it in half, like so, just so that I'm not too deep in the back bend. Like I want a back bend, but I don't want too much of a stretch. It's more just a gentle chest opener. So you want to prop the head up enough that you don't feel like it's hanging. And then we'll stay here for about 5 minutes. And if you need to bend the knees, you can. So I'll give you some variations of the legs. Sometimes I do this where I go knee to knee. Or you can go legs straight and feet just kind of flopping open in a relaxed position. And so because of this circumstance and anxiety, our chest can tend to get blocked, and also all the time on the computer and the phone. And so this is very helpful to create opening and just to focus on breathing here. Maybe even just encouraging a relaxed breath, or if you need to breathe deeper, you can practice breathing deeper. If you feel the mind is distracted, or it's hard to rest, or to stay out of the narrative of the mind, can you very with kindness and compassion, bring your attention back to your body, back to your breathing. And if your knees are not bent, you can bend your knees. And then rolling to your right hand side or left hand side. And then pressing back up. And then we're going to do hips elevated, ladies. And I took 2 blankets. Can you see that okay? Just give me a thumbs up if you can see it. You can see it, okay? So it's just 2 blankets piled on top of each other and then the bolster right here in front of it. So I'll sit on the bolster and really simple, I'm gonna go lie back, hips stay on the bolster and shoulders come off, and this is it. And you just let the knees come together. You just wanna get the hips high. You could do it on a block. We're not gonna be here that long. So just as long as the hips are up and the shoulders are lower than the pelvis, then you're good. Exactly. Perfect, April. That looks good. Michelle, I can't see you, but that's okay. You know what you're doing. And then if you want to cover the eyes again, you can. We're only here for about 5 minutes. So give yourself the little accoutrements. Exactly. Glasses off, all the cozies. Be good to you. And just let yourself settle in. If you need to let the knees hit each other and settle in, or just let the legs relax a little bit, that's okay. You don't have to, you don't want to work too hard here. And you're just really trying to reverse the body, turn the head, bring the head below the heart. Okay, and you can start to make your way to either side, but just go slowly because your hips have been elevated, heart below the hips, and just give yourself a chance to rest on one side for a moment or two before coming up. And then you'll set yourself up for the Stonehenge Shavasana. So if you don't have two blocks, you can do two bolsters or two blankets under the knees. And we're going to do two Shavasanas to finish, to conclude. So this one you'll go, I usually like to do the two blocks side by side at the second height. And then a blanket for my head. That's folded from the rectangle, and you could do 3/4 of the way in or halfway. And then keep a blanket nearby to cover yourself. I get really close to the bolster because I like to have my legs fully supported, so I get up on in there as close as I can. And then you might have to adjust just to make sure the head is in the right spot for you. And then I test it out first, and I'm like, okay. And then I'll usually cover myself. And so this is a longer one, so you want to make sure you're really comfortable because it's a Shavasana. You can always draw the knees into the belly first if you need to, or anything like that, if you need a little extra TLC. Ooh, good idea, April. Good job. I like it. Chair yoga. Got to use what you got. Cover the eyes if you have your eye pillow close by, if it's near you. If not, it's okay. Sorry, I can't be there to put it on you. And for the remaining period of time, if you want, you can stay here. Or if you want to stretch the legs out straight, you can take any Shavasana that you prefer. You can even do side lying Shavasana if you wanted to lie on your side and put the bolster under one knee. That's an option. You would just be doing it to one side as opposed to both sides. So you can go side lying. Sometimes I like to do that. Or so where one leg is up and my head is supported. Whatever Shavasana is your favorite. And just covering yourself and getting cozy. Invite your breath to lengthen and to expand your inner body. And if you feel inclined to stretch or to move, you can. And I encourage you to move slowly and to rest on one side as you're ready, but to move slowly and take your time. And once you're ready to sit in a seated position, you can for meditation, but don't rush to get up. You have another minute or so. You can stay in the fetal position if you want. And then once you're up, let's just sit for a minute or two to finish. And if you feel comfortable closing the eyes or keeping the eyes at half mast, you can. And so part of our meditation is to also listen to what this narrative is that we have going on in the head, and to get beyond that narrative and to go into more of feeling how the body feels, observing how the body's feeling, encouraging relaxation. So just for the next minute, giving yourself a chance, just one more moment to come back to the breath, to let yourself drop in, notice how you're feeling. And whatever blessing or energy you want to cultivate for yourself, maybe in that loving kindness, offering yourself a little bit of love and compassion, that you may feel at peace, that you may feel healthy and happy. You may feel loving kindness and compassion for yourself. And then you may feel compassion for those around you. If you'd like to join me, ladies, for one Om, you can. You can bring your hands to Anjali Mudra. Take a nice deep belly breath in. Let's finish with one Om together. Namaste. Love you guys. I'm just going to unmute you really fast. I need a remote. Everybody doing okay?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll be here every Sunday night, and I'm going to send out tomorrow a schedule for the my other classes that I'll do on Facebook and on Zoom. So I'm going to try to do it on Zoom out of my living room. I mean, out of my bedroom, but we'll see how that goes over. But if you want to join, feel free. And, you know, I know not everybody's like making a ton of money, so just do what you can. Even for Prema, if you can't pay for it, you know, it's okay. She's just wants us to all do yoga and to keep going. So, but if you can make a donation to Prema Yoga, that's great.
Direct email or the webs. When I went to that website, it just said this is websites for sale. So I think the address is wrong.
Oh, really? At Prema Yoga?
Yeah, it says you know, there must be something else because it said this website's for sale, and then they had some.
That's the wrong website. Try Prema Yoga Flow.
All right, I'll try that.
It's Prema Yoga Flow.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
and the
think-
link is on there, April?
What's that?
The link is right on there. It was easy to find.
I was able, I think even last week I found Prema Yoga Flow, and then there's a way to pick the single class or something, and then make a payment online instead of like, or you can do the Venmo, but this time I did the website, and you
That's
pay
what
for a single class, or you can buy, I think there's options to buy like 3 classes or something.
Okay. And I think, Michelle, probably where you went to the Prema Yoga, which is that's for the Venmo.
Maybe no. You know, if you go to it, you'll see it's one of those like, buy this, you know, website.
But did you just type in Prema Yoga?
I'll try.
I think premayoga.com comes up like that, but I think for the website it's Prema Yoga Flow.
Yeah. So Prema Yoga is just at Prema Yoga is their Venmo name, and Prema Yoga Flow is the website name.
All right.
That makes sense.
So yeah.
You can play with it, but I'll find a way to pay you for this or pay
Yeah, and do what you can, you guys. I'm just so happy that you're here with me. I mean, I don't get to see either of you, and now I get to see you. So this is awesome. Because I miss all of my yoga friends and yoga students and yoga buddies from the Bay.
moved away from me.
I know. Well, we'll see what happens after this pandemic. I don't know about Los Angeles, so no offense to the yoga people, other yoga people that will watch this later. You know, I